Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Sarasvatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashta Prayeshva Badreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shigurum Dinatarinam. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavad-Gita, the chapter 9, text 26. 27? 26. Again, to repeat, just to repeat. Okay, thank you. Because for a long time I was absent. I was not giving lectures here. Before I used to give lecture on Bhagavad-Gita. In Srimad Bhagavatam I am continuing online for Siberia. 5,000 people listening. 5,000 people in Siberia listening for Srimad Bhagavatam. Russian, you can imagine. Coronavirus is there very severe. So many people dying just now. They're calling to me. This dead. So many people dying. And they're taking shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam. You can imagine these Russian people, Siberia, so far from here. So, but anyway, thank you very much for opportunity you are giving to me by your mercy, by your compassion. Because who am I to speak in front of you? Who am I? All of you know everything better than me, and you have very nice spiritual knowledge. You are so long, you are Brijabasis, you are living here, you got such nice bodies in India, in Bharatavarsha. How can I, coming from Uzbekistan, I am not from Russia, I am from Uzbekistan, Muslim country, very fanatic Muslim country. I was born in Muslim family. All my brothers, sisters, fathers, mothers, aunties, every uncles, nephews, nieces, all of them, they're very strong Muslim people. They cannot accept Krishna. When once I told that Krishna and Allah is the same, even Allah is some feature of Krishna, they wanted to kill me. And then I was preaching after, I never said Krishna. I'm keeping Krishna only in my heart. Krishna's name. He's the most attractive person. He's my husband. So I'm keeping my love, my attraction to him, attachment to him in my heart, not giving it to my tongue. And I'm saying, oh Allah, he's so beautiful, he's so handsome, he's so wise, he's so this and that. All 6 opulences of Krishna, I'm listing for people. And they like it. And they're listening to me. Because Quran is a part of Vedas. It's nothing. Who can create Quran, Bible, or Bhagavad-Gita, or Srimad Bhagavatam? Nobody can do this. Our mind is very dull, very attracted to material things. How we can create such things, such thoughts, such principles? We cannot do this. The most clever person, the most outstanding person in our universe, in our Brahmananda, Lord Brahma. And he fails to do this. And he said, who can? I, created by Lord Vishnu. How can I say something? And we know only Brahma Samhita, only 5th chapter of Brahma Samhita, which was found by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in South India, in this temple of Adikeshav temple. He found everything was lost, all the book is lost, only 5th chapter, which Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. I am worshipping to Lord Govinda, to primeval Lord. Primeval means Adi. Only in Adikeshava temple he was keeping this 5th chapter, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu found it, and he said, this should be for Vaishnavas' first book, because Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. So today I was preparing one shloka, and maybe some of you, maybe you remember this shloka. This is, I think, from 5th or 6th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Started from Yathendriya Tapas Shreshtas. Nobody knows. So I will give you just a translation of this verse. In this verse speaking, when people gathering together, not for eating, not for prajalpa, not discussing the policy of government or qualities of some material person, glorifying some material rich person. No. When people gathering together just to glorify the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan, Shri Krishna, happens very mystic things. Mystery. What happens? This time when we are sitting together and listening about the glories of the Lord, we are all becoming free from envy. No envy in our heart. Everybody becomes equal. And in everybody's heart comes the feelings of equality. Everybody equal. No one bigger, richer, more educated, or more beautiful, or more powerful. No. All these qualities belong only to Krishna, to Bhagavan. We have not all these qualities. So just by sitting together, doesn't matter, poor person, even the invalid who has no tongue, he cannot speak, he cannot see, even sometimes people who cannot hear, they're sitting all together, and the vibration of this spiritual world, spiritual vibrations of this Vedic literature comes to them, and we all will be purified. And in Srimad Bhagavatam it is said that Shukadev Goswami, he explains to Parikshit Maharaj. So when the people sitting together and listening to Krishna Katha, so the most purified who? The lecturer who speaks. That's why it is my interest in this also, because I am in material body, we are in material world, I have also my own interest. Maybe like this, but I'm coming here not only for this, but lecturer will be purified the most. Second, will be purified those people who are asking questions. They want to clarify something. They purify them next. And also, all people, even who has no gross body. In this room, so many entities, we cannot see them. They're very, very tiny. They're very, very subtle body. They have thin body. So we cannot see them, but they're sitting here. And by the chance, they're listening to us, to Srimad Bhagavatam, and they also purify, will be purified, and take moksha. At least in the next lifetime, they will get a body. So the power of Srimad Bhagavatam and Srimad Bhagavad-Gita is so great. And all of you, you know everything better than me, but please excuse me that I will giving lecture to you. I have no right to do this. I should sit and listen you. But somehow Krishna and Srila Prabhupada putting me here just to tell few things which very insignificant. I realized in my lifetime, because I was preaching in Muslim countries, maybe I will tell something which you have no experience in this lifetime. So please excuse me, and if I will say something wrong, please correct me. I will be very much thankful, grateful to you. Thank you. So verse 26 from chapter 9. And this chapter is entitled The Most Confidential Knowledge. Actually, Bhagavad-Gita is consists we have hardcover from two sides, hardcover, and the essence in here. So the same thing, these 18 chapters, 6 chapters, just introduction. And Krishna says to Arjuna all about karma yoga, this philosophy, that philosophy. You can do this, you cannot do this, do this. If you cannot do this, just do this. So many things like this. He's speaking in first 6 chapters. And the last 6 chapters also very wide, and he gives this about demoniac and pious people, what they're eating, what the divisions of the faith, but in the middle, the most confidential knowledge. He hiding the most confidential knowledge in middle of Bhagavad-Gita. And what is it? This is the most confidential knowledge. We can study Bhagavad-Gita millions years. Srila Prabhupada said, you can study million years and no result if you not experience Bhagavad-Gita in your life. We should not read Bhagavad-Gita. We should live by Bhagavad-Gita. Whatever Bhagavad-Gita tells us, we should live in this way. But this is very difficult. I was trying. It's very difficult. So this verse 26, in the middle of this confidential knowledge, just not to speak too much, time is going on, this confidential knowledge, what is it? What is it? Only one word, chahiye. Needed only one word. No, so many things can be spoken about that. What is it? Bhakti. Bas. Finish. Bhakti. This is only needed to us, to conditioned souls to know. Nothing else. And Shri Krishna in every verses of Srimad Bhagavad-Gita and Bhagavatam, he said about this. Just surrender unto me. Sarva dharma parijajya. Mam ekam sharanam vraja. Aham tvam sarva papipyo mokshayishyami mashichaha. You just surrender to me, to those person who lives in Vraja. Why in Vraja? Because in Vraj, here, lives who? Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shyamasundar, in the form of Shyamasundar, in his, the first and the only, the form which gives liberation. Only he can give liberation. And he can deliver us to Golok Vrindavan, nobody else. No any other incarnations. Nrsimha Bhagavan, he said to Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad, you just ask me whatever you want. Which boon you need, I will just fulfill it. And Prahlad Maharaj, no, I don't need anything. Just by seeing you, I am happy. And he just asked, please deliver my father. He said, your father and 14th generation of your dynasty is already delivered. Nobody will kill them. So he took his promise. He was keeping his promise. And you remember when Bali Maharaj, in such condition, he gave everything to Vamanadev, and they put him into these ropes of Vasuki, and he was in very, very miserable position. Then Vamanadev said, we cannot kill him because he cannot die. We cannot kill him because I gave promise. When I was Nrsimha Bhagavan, I gave promise. No one of in your dynasty will suffer. So Krishna keeping his promises. And in this verse, particularly in this verse, he gives very, very subtle insight of his life. Actually, every verse is very informative in Bhagavad-Gita. But this verse gives the information about his insight, very deep insight. It is a very simple verse. Everybody knows it. All pujaris know this. All those who worship to deities, they know. But nevertheless, it should be given some different insight, different views to this verse, and then we can understand. So I will read this verse 26. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati tat aham bhaktya upahritam ashnami prayatat manaha. Somebody wants to recite? So word by word. Patram, a leaf. Pushpam, a flower. Phalam, a fruit. Toyam, water. Yaha, whoever. Me, unto me. Bhaktya, with devotion. Prayachati, offers. Tat, that. Aham, I. Bhakti upahritam, offer it in devotion. Ashnami, accept. Prayata atmanaha, from one in pure consciousness. Translation and commentary by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charanaravinda, Srila Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it. So yesterday you heard all the purport. Purport is quite big, so we will not repeat it, we will not read it. Just last two sentences I will read. Srila Prabhupada said, only the devotee who accepts Krishna as he describes himself without interpretation can understand that the Supreme Absolute Truth can eat food and enjoy it. I wanted to discuss with you only this last sentence, nothing else. My mind, so very small. I can discuss with you only this last sentence. Again, I will repeat. Only the devotee who accepts Krishna as he describes himself without interpretation can understand that the Supreme Absolute Truth can eat food and enjoy it. Om Agyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupah Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Sha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savathutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shivishakhan Vitamscha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangira De Vrindavanishvari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. I just prepare a little bit about this last sentence. So Krishna, by telling us that if one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit or water, I will accept it. So he listing the ingredients or food components which he can accept. He's not giving us another list. So give me like pizza or roast beef or meat of that animal, of that. Even he can do this. He is Bhagavan. He can do anything. Everything belongs to him. But nevertheless, he gives us very small list, just 4. He said, just if you will offer me this. But this is one component which we should understand. Everything should be given with love. Love is the most important component which Krishna eats. He consumes only love. And impersonalists, they cannot understand this verse. They can interpret all the shlokas of Bhagavad-Gita. This verse they cannot understand. Interpret they cannot. How the Brahman, who has no material qualities, nirguna, he is nirguna, he has no qualities, material qualities, and he can accept, and he's saying himself, give me water, fruit, this leaf, and I will accept it. They cannot explain this verse. This is for them mystery, puzzle. They cannot explain it. But devotee can understand. Because Krishna opens here a curtain. Because he says, yes, I love to eat nice food. I like. Same as we also like eat nice food. And this propensity for eating is very prime, very high, very greatly developed propensity for all living beings in material world. Why it is? Because this propensity lies in Krishna's nature. He likes to eat nice food. That's why he asking, give me nice food. Once I was taking the few years back here in Vrindavan, I was taking some classes on cooking. In my country, I was doing also pujari work. In Tashkent, this capital of Uzbekistan, we have only one temple in whole Uzbekistan. They're not allowing anymore. We are happy with it also. So my Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami, 30 years back, he installed beautiful deities of Shishigoranitai, like this size, there. And this was the first deities which I saw in my life. And I born in Muslim culture. We know Muslim knows that God has no form, even to speak, even to imagine, even to make the form, to paint, is very, very offensive. That's why in my country, in Muslim countries, there is no developed the art of painting of portraits or person. They're saying if you will make painting of person, you're taking his pran, his life, Spain. Diminishes. And you know, Srila Prabhupada said this, yes. Once his disciple was taking so many photos of him. And Srila Prabhupada stopped him. He said, stop, do this. why you're taking my life's pain? Why you making my life shorter and shorter by taking all time my photo? You see? Something is there. So they're doing a different kind of ornaments. We have beautiful mosques, very, very ancient, 5,000 years back. Because at that time in Uzbekistan, it was Sogdiana. It was Persia. Sogdiana, also Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, all these Muslim countries was all together Sogdiana. And the people were worshipping sun god. Sun god. And still in the villages, some people, they're worshipping sun god. You see? So, propensity to eat very greatly developed in conditioned souls because it lies in the Krishna's nature. And when in second canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is described the Virat Rup of Lord, it is said that his mouth is a blazing fire. Everything goes there. You remember when Arjuna on Kurukshetra battlefield, he saw the Virat Rup of Krishna. He became terrified. He said, what is it? What is it? Just remove it from my vision. Because he saw all these soldiers, all people there on the battlefield just goes into his mouth. And they were stuck in between his teeth, his heads, legs, hands. So Krishna can... Once Srila Prabhupada was joke, somebody told, oh, Krishna wants to eat. He's eating so much. And Srila Prabhupada, of course, everything belongs to him. He can consume whole world, all cosmos, including you. Krishna can do this because he's Bhagavan. So, but he gave us small but independence. By this independence, we can choose. We will be with Krishna or with his Maya. Anyway, we should serve. We serving to Krishna or we serving to Maya. Serve to Krishna is very pleasant because we have intention. He's so beautiful. Everybody likes to make friendship with beautiful, young, rich, successful, handsome, clever, very strong person, you see. But if you're choosing Maya, in Maya she will kick you very strongly. But you will do service. Under her beating and kicking, you should do service. Service to whom? To Krishna. So, or you're doing direct service to Krishna, or you're doing indirectly also to Krishna, but under the beating of Maya. So we have no choice, actually. Once I thought, so I have no choice. Anyway, this way or this way, I am serving to Krishna. He's forcing me to serve to him. Yes. Because we are his creation. We are part and parcel of him. We doomed to serve to Krishna. This is our dharma. Dharma of the salt to be salty. Dharma of the sugar to be sweet. If you will take the dharma of the fire to be hot and give the light. If you take the dharma of these things, saltiness from salt, it is not salt. It is, we don't know what is it. Or from sugar you take the sweetness, what is it? It is not sugar anymore. Or you have light and heat from the fire, it is not fire anymore. So everything in this world, any stone, any plant, and including us, any living being, and in human form of life also, have their dharma. And what is it, our dharma? To serve. But we chose what? Long time back, many, time immemorial, we are here in material world. But before we were in spiritual world, with Krishna. But we chose to stay here. Why? Because we wanted to be independent, independently enjoy. We are envious to Krishna, to his position. But he said, no, you cannot be Krishna. I am Krishna. The throne is occupied. You cannot be Krishna. You can be only servant of mine. You cannot be Krishna. But we didn't we agree with this statement, so we chose to be here. And now everybody wants to be Krishna here. Everybody wants to be God or Bhagavan here. But this is not possible. This is like saying you take rice and make it clean it from the upper what's this? Husk. But then rice is taken out and only husk left. You can beat it, but nothing will come from that. So we are doing this. With this husk we are beating, thinking that from that will come something. Nothing will come. And this is world, there nothing to gain. But we are so attached to our body, so we cannot go out of this attachment. And Krishna, by his compassion and mercy, gives us Srimad Bhagavatam and Srimad Bhagavad-Gita. This is only incarnation of Krishna in this Kali Yuga. And as said in, if you remember, in Brihad Bhagavatamrita of Sanatana Goswami, you remember the story of Gopakumar. You remember? Gopakumar. He was searching. He was from Govardhan, from here. Nice, small boy. He was just pasturing cows. And one day, fortunately, he met a guru. Actually, it was a Lord Narayan himself, but disguised in the... And he said, just come to me. And he said, just go to Yamuna, take bath and come to me. I will give you great mantra. So he did this. But after that, you remember the whole story. So he became Lord Brahma, he became Lord Indra by this mantra. He became so many demigods, but finally he reached this Dwaraka. He didn't was satisfied by that. He was in with Lord Ramachandra in Ayodhya. He didn't like it, and finally he reached the Golok Vrindavana. And what happened with him? You remember Krishna? It was evening time, and Krishna was coming from all the boys and cows from pasturing from the forest. And they came closer, 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 and suddenly the Gopakumar saw the beautiful face of Krishna and became stunned. But Krishna, running to him, he embraced him and he said, "Oh Sarupa, you found me, you came to me." And lost consciousness. Krishna, he lost consciousness and fell down on the ground. So evening time, I will not tell so many stuff, time is very less. Evening time, he insist, Krishna, Yashoda Mai and Nanda Baba, Sarupa will sit and eat with me. Nobody has this right to sit next to Krishna. But Krishna said, no, Sarupa will sit, otherwise I will not eat anything. So Nanda Baba sitting in the middle, right side sitting Balaramji, and this left side sitting Krishna. And opposite they put chair for Sarupa, for Gopakumar. And they're offering so nice food to everybody, eating. Krishna likes to eat. In Goloka Vrindavana, they're eating very nice food, offer it with great love. And they're eating this food, everybody enjoying. But Gopakumar cannot eat. He looks only to Krishna, to Balaram, Nanda Baba, Yashoda Mai, Gopi staying there, and Radhika, Srimati Radharani stays there. And suddenly he saw they bringing one big plate. It was last. On that plate, he saw big ladu, bigger than our head, big ladu. everybody was amazed. Oh, so big laddu. And it was so nice smell coming from that. Whole room was filled with the smell of that laddu. They came, this laddu was prepared by Srimati Radhika personally, and she was staying next. And they brought, Yashoda Mai took this laddu and put in front of Krishna. Krishna take little bit, test it, and said, what's the taste of it? I cannot eat such food. And he took this laddu and threw it to the plate of Sarupa. This prepared by your relative. You eat this food. You can imagine? And Sarupa, he was not eating anything. He just looking around what is going on. And everybody looking to that laddu, which given to Sarupa. And Krishna said, try it. He took little piece of that laddu and put into his mouth. It was such taste that he forgot everything, even his name. He was not Gopakumar, he was Sarupa. He was the youngest brother of Sridham. And Sridham is brother of Srimati Radhika. Krishna cannot, he wanted to give something very valuable to Sarupa, because Sarupa came just now from material world. But so many people there, so many his very close devotees, he cannot just give Sarupa this, eat laddu, this is for you. He cannot do this. But he did, I cannot eat this food, so untasty. And he threw to the plate of Sarupa, your relative of that, who prepares this, you eat. And you know, Yashoda Mai looked very strongly, strictly to Srimati Radhika. And she, like, what you prepare it for my boy, for my Gopal? What you prepare it to him? You see, when Krishna wants to give something very valuable to somebody, he cannot just give you directly. He should do some trick, because everybody is devotee, and some devotees are worshipping him so long time, so many lifetimes. But make this Sarupa feel very good and understand that Krishna is giving to him the most valuable things which given to him. So he did in this way. So Krishna is very tricky. And as Rupa Goswami in his Upadeshamrita, the first verse, 11 verses in Upadeshamrita, in first verse he speaks about tongue, jihva, about the belly and genitals. He divided 3 categories. How we can come to Krishna? By controlling the urges of the mind, of the tongue, belly and genitals. So the food is very important in our life, because our body, gross body, consists of Mahapancha Bhutas, water, earth, water, fire, air and ether. So every 7 years we are changing our body. 7 years, and you have new body. It means after 7 years you are dying and you are getting new body, like fresh born child again. And that's why the gap between completion of the body at the end of 7 years and before old body, this gap is very dangerous. People dying between these 2 gaps. It's very dangerous time when you're going on the 7 years finish, you're going to new body. And this point, many people dying. So we are eating food No, we cannot eat food for enjoyment. We are eating just keep our body fit for continuing our service to the Lord. No one karma yoga, jnana yoga, mishra bhakti yoga, no one yoga can exist without bhakti. So this bhakti is unconditional, loving, voluntarily performing service to the lotus feet of Krishna. This is our dharma. And in this verse he explains very nicely, if you will offer me with love, just one leaf, just one pulp, one fruit, water, this all available anywhere, even the very, very poor man, poorest man who has no any richness, he can take from the tree one leaf, take the water from Yamuna or from Ganga or whatever. Some flower everywhere available, and some fruit you can offer. But Krishna doesn't need this. He has everything in Golok. Thousands, millions and millions Mahalakshmis serving to him, cooking to him. For Lord Jagannath in Jagannath Puri, Mahalakshmi cooking to him. But he's not happy because he likes Braj. This is his internal abode. Only here he feels the most love, and the most love, the topmost love offered to him was the love of gopis, who are not considering even their own lives. They left behind, aside everything, even their babies, husband, father, mother, everything, just to serve to Krishna, make him please. And sometimes the impersonals or somebody who are giving Bhagavad Sapta, they immediately started from the point how Krishna dancing with his wives or sisters or whomever on the bank of Yamuna on Sharat Purnima, just before the Kartik starts, Rasa dance. And one lecturer, I remember, he said, one guru, he said, he's not dancing with others' wife. You exploiting his gopis. He's not dancing with somebody's. This is his Hladini Shakti. He created this Hladini Shakti from himself. This is his internal, his Swarup. And all the gopis, they are just expansions of Srimati Radhika. We are all, excuse me, of course, but we are all the material energies, Prakriti. We are Prakriti. Prakriti means the feminine. Only Krishna is Purusha. Only one Purusha in all creation. So our main duty, our dharma, just to worship Krishna and offer with love. This is very difficult because from time immemorial we are stuck in this material world. It is very difficult. We are attached to so many things, to our relatives, house, babies, children, to our wealth, money, bank account, whatever we have. We are attached so much. I am also attached. You are also attached. Everybody attached to more or less, we are all attached to all this stuff. But the main point now, we are all in Vrindavan. And Vrindavan is the center of Brahmananda. And this is place where Krishna performed his Rasa Leela with gopis, the purest devotees of him. And he says, just offer me. This is, he gives to us. He said, offer to me just very little bit water, one leaf, one flower, and one fruit. But with love, and I will be pleased. If you're pleasing Krishna, you're getting everything. Whole universe, but not whole universe. He's presenting himself. He's giving himself to that person. He becomes servant of him, who gives him love, who can please him. Just last thing I want to mention, this is, I was cooking for deities also in my country. I was Pujari there for this Goranitai installed by my Guru Maharaj in Tashkent. And I was cooking also in deity kitchen. And it was amazing when you're cooking, just even plates, I can notice the plates dancing. They want to go to themselves, to your hand. They're saying, use me, please, for the purpose of pleasing Krishna. And all the fruits, vegetables, and I'm selecting, oh, this vegetable is not so good. I will take better one. And this potato or tomato or whatever, it becomes upset. I am feeling they're upset. Oh, I'm not fit to worship Krishna. And then I'm taking this fruit, I'm cutting it nicely, and I'm using for Krishna. And also for flowers. When so many flowers, some flowers is not good. I'm thinking, this is my vision. Due to my mind gives me lens, like this eyeglasses give me some insight. So I'm looking, oh, this is not so good. And suddenly I'm looking, these flowers becoming very upset. Oh, we are not fit to worship Krishna, to worship Bhagavan. Then I'm putting them, or I'm taking just petals of that, but I'm giving to Krishna. Because by worshipping to Krishna, these flowers of this potato, they're becoming liberated. They're becoming spiritual. That's why Srila Prabhupada said, those we can control our belly, the tongue, belly, and genitals. They are on one line in physical body, one after another. And the most dangerous our enemy is jihva, our tongue. But if you control tongue, you immediately will control your belly and genitals. But if tongue no control, all of the organs, the senses are just going uncontrolled, and they can just put you into narakaloka only. That's why Srila Prabhupada said, only by eating prasada, and even prasad, you can eat little bit, just to keep together body and soul, just for performing service. We should not look, especially for pujaris, it's very dangerous. They have nice plate, and they should offer to Krishna. And there's so nice smell coming. It is so hot, pure, fresh, made by Brahminas. And oh, after offering, I will eat this, I will take this, I will take this. We're thinking like this because our mind is contaminated. And then you're putting it and offering, but still your eyes on this food. You're offering to Krishna, but you're thinking, after I will take this. But Krishna said, we should be very careful and purify ourselves from such condition. And only those who can control tongue, belly and genitals, he said, only they can become devotee of Krishna. And then they can reach me in Golok Vrindavan. Thank you very much. I spoke too much, but please excuse me because I have such nice audience of Brahmanas. I know mostly many of you many years. I'm 30 years now in Vrindavan, 28, 29 years. I'm in Vrindavan. I never married. I just left my country. I was PhD in nuclear physics. I was doing my doctoral dissertation. I left everything aside. I just came because it was urge from heart coming. Krishna was calling me here. And I came here, and my relatives was very surprised. Why are you going to India? What is it there? My nephew, he said, I can understand if you are going to America, or you're going to Italy, or France, or at least Great Britain, or some nice place. What you're doing in this India? This is very dirty, bad smell coming. Nothing is there. Very hot. You can imagine. And first time when I came back to my home and I said, I will never ever come to India anymore. But after 7 months, it was such great, very strong urge to go to see again Vrindavan. So I came again here, and now I'm 28, 29 years here. And I cannot leave this place. Still, I am feeling like I came yesterday. By airplane, I came just yesterday. 29 years gone. But I'm feeling just I came now, Abhi. But nevertheless, it's gone so much time. It means in Vrindavan, we have different time. The time here is different from the time outside of Vraj. The time is going you cannot, inconceivably. You cannot control time here. Krishna is controller of the time. He makes it long, or he can make it very short. Like he danced with gopis. So many lifetimes of Lord Brahma. But gopis, and morning time he said, nothing, bas, now finish. So he said, oh, very short time we danced, it's over, rasa dance. But they're dancing so many million years. Lord Brahma's lives. And it was very short. So same thing will happen with me. But nevertheless, again, I will just tell this verse because I like it. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it. But Krishna doesn't say love, but it inside of these words, love. And intellectual person, intelligent person, he will understand. Krishna says something under these words. He hides this word love. You know why? Because he's very shy. He's a young boy, Krishna, and he's very shy. And he cannot say, give me with love, you know? Everything this, he can write down here, with love. But he never speaks like this. He's very shy. He's Gopal. He's a young boy. He cannot say this. So thank you very much for your attention. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Grantara Srimad Bhagavad-Gita ki jai.